It seems it's never a dull day when it comes to anime merchandise and figures, and we're going to be talking about Miside today because, to everybody's surprise, or literally nobody's surprise at all, we got a Mita figure. On Twitter, once again, we see from the official game developers that they have a special announcement. We'll look more at the figure later on in the video, but this is not officially a thing yet, but it is going to be a thing soon, so stay tuned. I am super excited to be making official figures for, I always get confused, is it Miside or Miside? I believe it's Miside. We are already 90% there, so players get ready for something awesome. It's just around the corner. That's not all, we have more cool stuff heading to Kickstarter, stay tuned. A lot of information here. First off, we of course got the figure, if you couldn't tell by the two pictures down at the bottom. We'll look closer at those later on. They're also teasing more things may possibly be coming soon. I'm assuming it's merchandise. I know down in the comments there's people talking about updates. When is the new mode gonna arrive? I didn't even know they were still updating this game. It's nice to see that these indie horror games still get updates. If only Doki Literature Club got that. I am pretty curious to see what else they come out with. I don't believe this game has any official merchandise, but it would be really nice to see other things like, you know, your t-shirts, your keychains, and even a physical launch for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. A closer look at the figure that they put inside the Twitter post. This looks like a pretty high detail figure. I don't know who is making it. They have little like icons in the corner. I don't know if that has to do with the manufacturers. But if this figure did come out, I would imagine it would be in like, it would probably be at least $100, if not like 200 or 300 maybe, because there is a lot of detail. I mean, she got pretty detailed hair. I gotta say, a lot of the Nendroids budget pop-up grade figures kind of just blend off the hair together. You can see that she got like some whole NVIDIA physics demonstration going on with her hair, and a lot of detail on the clothes. She even has some accessories. I think we can all see those sharp, scary looking knives. I think that matches her personality pretty well, at least for the Yandere version of Mita, of course. I mean, we have a lot of other versions, which I'd also love to see a figure of them as well. And this looks to be a pretty large figure. It's hard to tell because the background is like some haunted house looking thing. It actually reminds me of that one area from Miside. I don't know if that's a stand at the bottom. I don't know if it's going to come with that. I know a lot of figures do come with stands because they're not going to stand on their own. They're just going to fall over. Here we have another one. Again, I don't know if this is going to be the official figure. At the very top, it even says prototype shown. Final product may differ. So who really knows? This may change a bit. We may not even see this exact figure, but it does look pretty cool right off the bat. I really hope they do come out with this one. I think I like this one better than the first one. It's, well, Mita with a chainsaw. I think that's pretty epic, not gonna lie. And she's clearly in a battle stance, ready to probably attack the player for trying to escape. How dare he try to escape the video game. And once again, this looks like a pretty high quality figure. It probably comes with a pretty high price as well, but you know what they say, you get what you pay for. If it does come out at a pretty good price and doesn't take like 2 years to ship, then I may actually purchase it and talk about it more on the channel. Also, I feel like I have to talk about the accessories in the background. I don't know if all those keyboards, monitors are accessories or the stand. It actually kind of looks like it is since she's standing on it, which would be a pretty nice addition to it. Looking at some comments, I feel like this is pretty overwhelmingly positive. I'll be getting both. I need it now. Dead by Daylight collaboration win. Didn't they just do a collaboration with Five Nights at Freddy's? This is probably like the second best thing they could do, honestly. Finally, after so much time. Actually, I'm kind of surprised they came out with them pretty early. I know it was probably like almost a year after the game came out, but it took Doki Literature Club like 4 years after the first game to get the first Nendroid. And then we're still out here waiting for Natsuki and Yuri figures for the pop-up grade series. I'm still waiting, man. For this next part, we're gonna be looking at some prototypes or concepts that may be possible, because those were just the two Yandere Mita designs. So I'm pretty curious what some other figures may look like. Here's Cappy from like kind of the beginning of Miside if you haven't played the game. This is definitely a fan favorite character. I think they probably should have added this into the collection, but I'm sure they will at some point. And we have some other designs. This one looks a bit more like the ones we saw on Twitter, the normal friendly Mita. This one seems to be from an artist, and it has a lot of things. It looks pretty realistic, and it has some little Easter eggs like the cartridges you find in the vent. And it also has, you know, scary looking Mita with the knife again. Pretty similar to the one that we saw on Twitter, which is kind of surprising because if I had assumed from the little watermark, I would assume this is a fan creation. And if you are dying to get a Miside figure right now, and you don't care if it's the official one, it seems like fans have already made some fan-made ones on Etsy and eBay and stuff. Of course, these are third-party websites. I can't guarantee if these are real, with some of them being pretty cheaply priced and other ones being a bit more reasonable. So who knows, but I'm surprised they're a thing already. I don't think we see many like full-blown figures from fans like this from Doki Doki Literature Club. I guess we already have figures for that game from Good Smile. And at the same time, I'm like the only person who talks about that game anymore. If the devs made a character from Miside into a figure, what character would you want? Because I guess there's really only like one character in the game. Let me know down in the comments because I'm curious what everybody thinks.